and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amelia Automotive and today we've got the Hyundai Santa Fe Calligraphy, which is the top of the line on the channel. Now I'll be completely honest with you guys, the Santa Fe is something with its previous generation that I've never really looked at. It's just been a car that sort of blends in with the crowd, but now it feels like something that stands out. They've looked at competitors, they've seen what other people are doing, and some may say they've done it even better. So what we're going to do today is have a look around it. I'll tell you guys how I've got on with it this week, living with it as a daily, and also we'll go for the all-important drives. Let's talk about the elephant in the room first. This olive green colour. Now this is an optional extra and there are quite a few cool colour options like a browny bronze colour that I really like as well. They're all quite rugged colours, built for the outdoors. But I've had quite a lot of people say to me that they didn't like this colour. Someone came up to me in the car park and went, "Is this a new car? It's really nice." Hate the colour though, bogey green. So I'll leave you guys to that, to let me know if you like this or not. But at least it's a little bit different than everything else you see on the road at the moment. So talking about how this car looks, this is the Calligraphy. So we get all of this a gloss black, which looks really sharp. It's very angular, very boxy. We've got these H headlights, which is a running theme throughout. I'll get there eventually. And also we've got the vents here, which open when you drive away, which look quite smart. But overall, the front of this car is really, really good looking. And I think this is where it looks its best. We'll go on to the back in a bit because that's what's caused quite a lot of controversy, even more than this bogey green colour. Looking at this car from the side, I really, really like it. And I know the running theme so far is that I like this car and we haven't got onto the back yet. But I just wanted to show you, so we get these 20-inch wheels, which I think look really, really smart. Some people don't like them, but I think they're quite sort of rugged looking. We also get Santa Fe written here in the sort of matte detailing. The wing mirrors are the same colour as the car, but something that's quite interesting that you get in the Calligraphy model is actually this here, which, let me know in the comments what you think this is for. The back of this car. So when I first saw this on the road, I was like, oh my goodness, what on earth is that? It looks horrendous. However, it's really grown on me and kind of gives me like 90s vibes at the back. I definitely think it's caused quite the commotion online and people's opinions, so do let me know what you think. But we've got the Hyundai badge, we've got Santa Fe written here, and then the lights are quite low down, which I think is the issue that it's causing. I like that they sort of wrap them around, which looks quite smart and different, but it is giving sort of 90s minibus vibes. People carrier, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, because you could say this is like a modern day sort of people carrier, but yeah, practicality wise, it's really easy to park because it literally just ends. It's very sort of square, and obviously you get more people in the back and there's more space with that, but it's definitely a love-hate relationship with this car at the back. I do feel like it does let the whole car down a little bit, because this car could be one of the best sort of 7-seat family SUVs on the market, to be honest, and it is one of my favourite I've tested so far. And for the price, I know this is top of the line, but 60 grand for this I think is quite good value when you think of how much cars are at the moment. To the interior, and this is a really nice place to be. It seems very thought out. So everything is very sort of driver focused. You feel like you're in a bit of a rugged SUV here, but nothing is too big. The screen is about 12.3 inches. It's integrated. It's not taking up loads of room in the dash so you can't see properly. The seating position is really nice. You've got the double screen here. Everything just works and seems to have its place. We've got physical buttons down here for your map, your search, your media, and also for the climate control. Everything's very easy to find. So as this is the highest trim level, the Calligraphy, you get real leather nappa seats, which feel really nice, and you also get the H stitching here. And you can see there is a theme throughout with the H stitching and the H everywhere basically. We don't have Hyundai logo on the steering wheel, but apparently this is meant to be Hyundai in Morse code, and I quite like it. It's just quite subtle. You know where you are, but maybe you don't need that massive badge on the steering wheel. Let me know in the comments if you like that. So over here we have 2 USB-C chargers, and I like that you can press this button here and it either goes to charging or it goes to Bluetooth as well. So if someone's collected Apple CarPlay, it's annoying sometimes when they've charged their phone and then their phone takes over. So that's nice. We've got the 2 wireless charging ports which fit most iPhones. That's very big here. And then we've got the UVC light as well. Now this is for the calligraphy. And you could say it's a bit of a gimmick, but if it works, it's quite cool. So you press the UVC here and you put things that get dirty like your phone or even your keys or your wallet, shut it, press the UVC, and the UV light cleans all the bacteria and everything off your phone, which is quite cool. And when it's not in use for that, you can just use it as extra storage. And coming onto storage, there is a lot of storage everywhere in this car. It's really built for purpose. I think we'll count the number of cup holders, but there are a lot in here. One of my favourite features that I haven't actually seen in another car, and it's a little thing like this which just help that daily life, is that here you can open it here for the driver and the passenger. You've got plenty of room and it goes really far down, but the rear passengers can also use it, and I haven't seen that in a car, and I think that's really cool because if you've got kids arguing and they want something from in here, they can just grab it themselves. And they also get a drawer in the back, which I'll show you later. We also get this nice suede roof, which I'm not sure, I like it, but it's quite sort of squidgy feeling, like there's a lot of padding in it and not much actual sort of suede, but it's a nice feature. I do feel like this car could really do with a sunroof though, because it is very, very dark here. In terms of our buttons down here, we also get hill descent and also our drive and terrain modes. Because this is an off-roader, I don't know how much you'll be using it as that, but as a family SUV, if the weather conditions are really bad, you've just got your drive, terrain, you've got your hill descent and everything really easily to find. We also have the EV button, so if you've got that range for the plug-in hybrid, you can also use that for the 30 odd miles you get. So there is plenty of room here in the back. I've had 2 car seats and you could easily fit an adult here as well. So we've got the sort of H design that continues here. We've got little bits, smart features, which are like here, you can put a shopping bag, hang them up. We also have buttons on the side of this seat so that if you're sitting in the back, you can move the seat forward, almost creating like a chauffeur car, which is quite nice. But you obviously don't have that on the driver's seat. But you do have USB-C chargers here and also the drawer that you can access as well, which is super practical. Everything here has just been done for families. It's practical, it's daily use, it's things that you need. So as this is the calligraphy, we get buttons on the side of the seats, automatic buttons that you don't normally get, which I'll show you in a minute, so you can get into the rear. But overall, loads of space here. You can move the seat forward and back easily. You can also recline this seat as well, which I'll show you in a minute. Really good in the back here. Let me show you how easy it is to sort the seat out with the button. Done, and then you're in. So bear in mind I'm 5'9". Let's gracefully get in the back here in a dress, which probably isn't the best idea. And then you just pull it back. There you go. So as you can see, like I said, I'm 5'9", and this seat at the front is at how it should be, and my other half just sat in it, and he's 5'11", and he can sit there right now with how I'm sat. So you can easily get adults here. These are decent sized seats. Now this can be reclined back a little bit as well if you wanted, but I will move it forward just so you can see a bit better. Oh, see, look how easy it is. It just slides forward. So we've got here where the seats can just move back and forward as you wish, but we do also have rear climate control here, which is good because I know it gets really hot in the back of these cars when the aircon doesn't really reach very well. We've also got a plug here, but it is a European plug, which is a bit strange, so you'd need an adapter for that. We've also got USB-C chargers and 4 cup holders in the back. They really have done it well with the cup holders. I don't know how many you'd really need, but let's count how many there is, because by the end of the video, let me know in the comments what you think how many there will be. Let's talk statistics. So this is the 1.6 plug-in hybrid. It's got 250 brake horsepower and 367 newton meters of torque, with a 0 to 62 time in just 9.3 seconds. So let's talk about what this car is like to drive, okay? So first of all, it's massive. It's a lot bigger than the previous generation Santa Fe. Now my family member has a 2014 Santa Fe, and I was in it the other day while I was driving this, and I was like, okay, so this is literally like a completely different car. You'd say that the Santa Fe, the old Santa Fe, is more like the Tuscan now, and they've sort of used this as like their big 7-seater. It's so different. I wouldn't even know it was the same car, to be honest. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because like I said earlier, the Santa Fe was previously something I wouldn't have looked at. It sort of blends in on the road. Yes, it's practical, it does a job, but it's not cool. And this has that cool element to it. It's different, it's quirky in the way it looks, it causes a bit of commotion, but you know what? It's got presence on the road and it stands out, and I think it looks cool. It's really grown on me. When I first saw it, I think like any company that sort of does a big redesign on a car, you're like, oh my goodness, what is that? And it takes you a while to sort of come round to it. But this thing, I've really enjoyed it. I think in terms of value, now I'm no way saying that sort of the price is cheap, because it's not, and new cars are expensive now. But looking at the market and what we have available, I think this is pretty good value compared to its competitors, with the amount of tech you get and also just the quality of it. Everything feels really nice, and you don't have the badge here, and honestly you wouldn't know what car you're in. You could be in a Land Rover or something a bit more premium. You wouldn't know. You can tell with some things, but it's just overall it's a lovely car and it's very well thought out. In terms of practicality, I did a big Costco trip and had my niece and nephews in the back, who are 2 and 6, and their car seats fit really easily, loads of room. They were saying how much they loved the car, they loved the blinds in the back. My nephew absolutely loved having 2 cup holders next to him and just thought it was the best thing ever. I think this is really thought out for sort of families, this car, and if you have got that big family, this is perfect. It doesn't feel massive on the road, and it is a big car, but with all the technology you've got the cameras everywhere, you really don't feel the size of the road. It's a really nice car to drive. So the 1.6 plug-in hybrid engine, about 0 to 60, I think it's 9.3 seconds. And I must say, it feels pokier than that. This thing is pokey, and I haven't at any moment felt like it was too slow. And I'm someone that loves a performance car and something that goes a bit quick, and day to day I couldn't drive something that wasn't a bit pokey. But it does fly. And also, the miles per gallon isn't that bad either. The WLTP combined range is about 37, and I've been getting about the same, which I don't think is terrible for such a big and heavy car. The hybrid range is about 30 odd miles, which I've used once. I've plugged in and sort of just used the hybrid, and it's been recharging as I've been on the motorway and things, which is pretty good. But the only negative actually is that the suspension is quite hard. Strangely, it's quite hard suspension, so over bumps and things you really do sort of feel it. But that is my absolute only negative with this thing. So this car is fully loaded with tech and smart safety features, which I've said earlier are all really customizable. So if you don't want things too sensitive, you can sort of turn them down. If you don't want the beeping, you can sort of sort it out. I will say the only thing that sort of let it down in terms of driving, you've got the suspension, you've got the gear stick, which again, gear selector, which again isn't that big of an issue. The suspension probably yes, but it's not terrible suspension, it's just quite bumpy. Is the radar cruise control. It's quite overly sensitive, and I didn't think it worked that well on sort of daily driving on the motorway. So that was my one thing. It sort of was one of those cruise controls that picks up, like if you're going past an exit and it sort of says 50, it will slow you down. I just think that this is with cars in general, a lot of them with the radar cruise control that do that just doesn't really sort of work that well. So that's something that's a bit annoying, because there's no option for you to just use normal cruise control, which sometimes I like to just use. But again, minor things, but if you are using this, see, do you feel that bump? That's quite a bump, and that, oof. I understand the hype with it. I kept seeing all these awards it was winning and everything, and I was like, I've got to try this for myself. And normally, I will admit, I sort of personally would go for like a sort of Volkswagen or German car. But this would really make me sort of turn my head, because it is such a cool car. It's got such nice quality, and I just think it's a fabulous all-rounder. And there we have it, my review on the Hyundai Santa Fe. Overall, you can probably see I really enjoyed this car this week. I'm kind of sad to give it back because it's been such a practical, useful, everyday car. Let me know in the comments if you can get past the look of the back though. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like, comment and subscribe and all that shebang, and I'll see you guys in the next video.